everyone. Ed Turner and Alan Cook. This is the Class C lead battle.
Well folks, you join me on a little dog walk update. I've decided to film this one in 4K. The cameras are capable of that, and hopefully my computer will be as well. Well, a very Merry Christmas to you all. I was hoping to have done the little one-tank challenge in the Range Rover, Land's End to John O'Groats, but it was absolutely freezing in the week that I had off. Went back to Ireland to see my kids, and we've done the Christmas thing. I'm back to full-time working, and my Christmas roster hasn't worked out too well. So I've been flat out. I had an 11-hour day on Christmas Day. I'm in Zurich on New Year's Eve. So you know what, let's just write this one off. So, thoughts for the year. Thank you so much to the 4,000 odd of you that have subscribed to the channel so far. It really, really is surprising how well this is done. Equally surprising is the way that fewer than 1% of people that view my videos actually subscribe to the channel. I'm not sure how that compares with other channels, but that seems to be the way it is. I started a second channel this year called EV Peasy, all down to electric vehicles, and that's the way it's going. It is a passion of mine, but currently no ownership yet. I was going to lease one through my company car scheme. I pulled out of that because, let's face it, 60 grand is a bit much for a Skoda. Now, I'm not a brand snob by any stretch of the imagination, but when you're trying to effectively finance the depreciation on a 60 grand car, it's effectively just pissing money down the drain. And nobody really wants to do that, not in this current environment. So I shelved that one, got really excited about the MG4, even more excited about the MGC EV that probably you've never heard about, but it's going to be effectively an electric MX-5 rival. So that might be interesting, that might tempt me. The Alfa Giulia Quadrifoglio has just completely ruined me for anything else. As a petrol head, I continually look around Auto Trader, Piston Heads, the usual spots, even collecting cars and auction websites just to see what the next thing was. Purchased the 7 Series this year. I want to really do a bit more work on that. And go on a road trip to Bavaria, to Munich, back to the factory. So well, hopefully we get a bit of that. Still got to get the Maserati down to Italy, and I've still got to get the L322 on a one-tank challenge from Land's End to John O'Groats. So those are all things that are hopefully upcoming in the following year. Just a little roundup on the year. We lost Robin halfway through the year. So complications with lung cancer. Very sad indeed, and my wife Emma is just absolutely distraught. This is the first Christmas without her daddy, and he was a big part in both of our lives, so he is sorely missed. He was my partner in crime for going to auctions. The only one that we got to film was the XKR and the 7 Series earlier on in the year. He walked away with an XKR and I walked away with a gorgeous 740i. One owner since 1996. It was 85,000 miles and an individual colour, individual interior, so we've had a bit of fun of that, upgrading some of the infotainment on that. So as a result of Robin's passing, I am daily driving his Land Rover L322 TDB at 4.41. The Alpha's still going strong. Hasn't broke down in a while. Well, that's surprising, but you know what? There's plenty of time yet. But I'm thoroughly enjoying that car. It feels even more special when I'm not daily driving it, I have to say. It's well capable of doing all that sort of stuff, but the Range Rover is just a fantastic piece of kit on the motorway, in the outside lane, in the fast lane as it were, with the lights on. You'd be surprised how they it's like being Moses and the parting of the sea. People pull over. I don't know why. It's just, I suppose, an intimidating enough car. But that's the biggest surprise probably of the L322. The other one is the fact that it does over 30 miles to the gallon on a bit of a run. So hence my challenge on a one tank to try and make it up the 50 odd miles between Land's End and John O'Groats. So that's upcoming. As I said, Maserati to Italy, would love to do that. XKR, we did the Racing the Sun. And those videos are all for Cancer Research UK. So any proceeds through watching those and watching the adverts, thank you very much for that, will go to Cancer Research. So what more can I say? So the only real new car this year was the 40 Shorty, the BMW. Absolutely hewn from solid rock. It's a gorgeous machine, and I'm looking forward to many more adventures on that. Got some suspension work, got some brake work to do on that, but that's pretty much it. She's behaving rather well. As for other cars in the fleet, 33 Morris, it's fantastic. It just poodles away, starts on the button, away it goes. Couple of outings on that, mostly to sort of classic car venues. I didn't vlog on those. I just wanted to enjoy it as it was. Maybe we'll do a bit more of that, get some contact going on the vintage Morris. So I'm not going to pretend it was an easy year. Probably one of the worst I've had in about 5 years. So thank you so much for everyone for all your well wishes and encouragement in the whole thing. Bereavement is a strange sort of a thing. Sometimes you have good days and sometimes not so good. Talking to this little camera, by the way, is probably the best therapy that I could ever have. Now, I may or may not publish any of this, but the simple fact is that I'm recording it, and well, we're just getting through. So big empty space at Christmas. Hopefully we can get a bit more positive news and a bit more fun, and hopefully the pain will reduce as the months turn into years, and we just get through it all. So I don't want to end on a sad note. I want to add a positive comment. So a very, very heartfelt thank you to everyone that has followed my journey over the last 18 months or so on this channel. I'm not that bothered about subscriber numbers. I'm not that bothered about watching figures. The stats are interesting, yes, but it's not the be-all and end-all for this sort of a channel. I realise that it's probably it's not going to be a full-time career for me. I already have that. I already enjoy what I do, flying around the world eventually next year. And well, on that note, hopefully to a bit warmer climes than a rather cold UK here at the moment. A very Merry Christmas to you all, a Happy New Year, and I hope the year ahead brings everything that you'll ever wish for. On that note, all the best now. Thank you. Bye-bye.